Well, of course, we find Adam and Eve in the famous Garden of Eden. And this light-hearted travesty about what might have taken place in those days when the world was young was written for us by Arch Oboler, one of radio's better-known writers. Under a spreading fig tree rests one Mr. Adam, sprawled out lazily in the hot sun. Eve, obviously, is bored beyond endurance as they play a game of cards with a deck of fig leaves.
Listen, tall, tan, and tired. It's time I told you a thing or two. Ever since creation, I've done nothing but playing double solitaire. It's disgusting. It's got me down.
Well, we've got a nice place here.
That's the trouble. It's too nice.
Well, I'm not complaining.
But I want something to happen. A little excitement, a little adventure. A girl's got to have a little fun once in a while. There's no future under a fig tree.
Oh. Now, come on, woman. Be like me. Why don't you relax and just take it easy,
Because I'm a lady of big ideas.
Yeah, what kind of ideas?
You've no idea. Listen, Adam, I've got to get a chance to expand my personality.
Well, go on, expand.
I will, out there.
Out there? You mean outside the gates of the Garden of Eden?
Now you're talking.
Oh, but who knows what's out there?
I'd find out.
Oh, no, we can't go. We've still got a lease on this place.
You mean... You mean to tell me a lease is the thing that's holding me back from developing my personality?
Well, a lease is a lease. Anyway, we've got a nice place here. Temperature perfect, sun always shining, nothing but a heavy dew once in a while.
What are you, the Chamber of Commerce?
Oh, go away and let me sleep, will you?
Listen, Adam. I tell you got to get me out of this place. You got to break the lease.
Yeah, but what for? This is Eden. Everything is peaceful and quiet and safe.
That's the trouble. It's too safe. I tell you, it's disgusting.
Well, what are you talking about?
Adam, you don't know a thing about women.
Oh, you apparently forget you were originally one of my own ribs.
Yeah, a rib once, and now I'm beefing.
Me, I know everything about women.
That's covering a lot of territory. Listen, long, lazy, and lukewarm. You think I want to stay in this place all my life?
I do, and I tell you, you're one of my ribs.
Yeah, but one of your floating ribs. A couple of months of peace and security and a woman's board all the way down to the bottom of a marriage certificate.
Well, then what do you want, trouble?
Trouble, listen. If trouble means something that makes you catch your breath, if trouble means something that makes your blood run through your veins like salsa water, Adam, my man, give me trouble.
Oh, Eve, you don't want trouble.
Now, tell me the low-down truth. Ain't there any way you can break our lease?
Well, yes, there is. But I won't tell you.
No?
No, this is paradise. Free light, free heat, free meals. What else could a man want? Answer me that.
I got a couple of good ideas if you'll tell me how to break the lease.
No, I won't do it.
Oh, Adam.
What?
Come on over here.
What for, to hold hands?
Oh, that old game? Can't you think of something new? You know nothing about nothing.
Oh, yes, I do. I know more than you do, woman.
Oh, what, for instance?
I know all about the tree.
What tree, man? What tree?
That apple tree in the middle of the garden. The lease says that if we eat any of its fruit, we get thrown out of here.
Oh, now, is that a fact?
Sure, that's why there's a fence around it. I tell you, one bite of those apples and we get dispossessed.
How fascinating. Adam, you can hold my hand now.
No, I got a better idea.
Oh, yeah? I'm listening. I'm waiting. What are you going to do now?
I think I'll go fishing.
Oh. How disgusting.
Now, wait a minute. You can't talk to me that way. Do you realize I'm man number one?
Yeah, but I am number one man.
Well, I'll see you around supper time. I'll be back.
So that's the trouble. So it's a tree over there. Hello, tree. How would you like to do a little lease breaking for a woman with ideas, Not room enough to squeeze through those slats for a woman of my personality. Now, if I only knew someone skinny enough.
Salutations,
Oh,
Mrs. Eve.
if it isn't Mr. Snake. Hello, long, dark, and slinky.
Mrs. Eve, why are you standing by that tree?
Stop wiggling and I'll tell you. Listen, I know you don't approve, but I've got a little proposition to make.
I certainly refuse to listen. What is it?
Do you think with the proper provocation you could squeeze through that fence around the tree?
That's the forbidden tree.
Oh, don't be technical. Answer me this, my palpitating python. Would you like to have this whole paradise to yourself?
Certainly.
Okay, then pick me a handful of fruit. Adam and I'll eat it. And the Garden of Eden is all yours. What do you say?
Sounds all right. But it's forbidden fruit.
Listen, what are you, my friend in the grass or a snake in the grass?
But forbidden fruit.
Are you a snake or are you a mouse?
I'll do it.
Now you're talking. Here, right in between those pickets.
I'm stuck.
Oh, shake your hips. There, now you're through.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, but you're doing all right. Now get me a big one. I feel like doing a big apple.
Here you are, Mrs. Eve.
Ah, I see. Nice going, swivel hips.
Wait a minute. It won't work. Adam will never eat that forbidden apple.
Oh, yes, he will, when I'm through with it.
Nonsense, he won't.
He will if I feed it to him like women are going to feed men for the rest of time.
What's that?
Applesauce.
Eve? Where are you, Eve?
Waiting, my love. Just waiting.
Hello, Eve. What have you been doing?
Me? Oh, I've just been making a little history.
Huh?
The first woman to make a monkey out of a snake.
Say, how about supper? And don't tell me we got fig stew again.
Oh, no. Something new, so help me. Something new. Here, have a bite of this.
Well, what is it?
A new kind of sauce. It's good for you.
Are you sure?
Just to prove it's pure, 100% proof, I'll have a demi-tasse of it myself. All right, I'll...
Oh, well...
No, wait. Before you eat, answer me this. Are you going to take me out of this dismal dump and give me a chance to develop my personality?
Oh, Eve, are you going to start that over again?
No, I'm going to end it. Eat your sauce, big boy, and hold your hat if you got one.
Oh, say, this is darn good sauce. Where did you find it? Oh, my head. What happened to me?
We've been dispossessed.
But why?
Forbidden apple sauce.
Oh, Eve, what have you done?
I've just made a little more history, that's all. I'm the first woman to have her own way, and a snake will take the rap for it.
But, Eve, we've lost the Garden of Eden. We're just... Eve, it's as if I see you for the first time. You're beautiful.
And you fascinate me.
Your eyes.
Oh, tell me more.
Your lips. Come closer. I want to hold you closer. I want to...
You want to what?
Eve, what was that?
That was the original kiss.
When Mae West portrayed Eve on the Bergen-McCarthy Show in 1937, she ignited an uproar which kept her off the radio for some 3 decades. The sultry actress, whose film and stage roles had long been criticized for being a bit too racy, was not just barred by NBC from further radio appearances. Her name could not even be mentioned on the air. Said Mae, I was persona non grata on radio until the heat was off. I must have produced a lot of heat on the broadcast because it took several years to cool off. Some 37 years to be exact. Like Mae West, many of Hollywood's top stars, not regularly heard on the radio, appeared on top comedy programs such as the Edgar Bergen-Charlie McCarthy Show. The celebrities traded one-liners with the hosts and appeared in skits. There were the serious dramatic actors like Charles Laughton and more popular stars like Marilyn Monroe. Here, Marilyn is the center of attention of the mischievous dummy, Charlie McCarthy, who has announced that they are engaged to be married.
Oh, Edgar, are those rumors I've been hearing true? I mean, is Charles actually going to marry Marilyn Monroe?
That's correct, Ray.
Poor girl. Is she paying off an election bet or something?
Well, I can't understand it either.
Incredible.
Marilyn, my Marilyn, this is the day that we will wed.
Oh, yes.
Hello, you poor losers, you.
Dolly?
Yeah.
So you're going to give up single bliss for a ball and chain?
Yeah. And being chained to Marilyn is really going to be a ball.
Dolly, do you think that you're ready for marriage?
Ready? Ready, man?
Yeah.
I kicked a hole in the starting gate.
Oh,
I say there, Charles, old chap, I've heard about you and Marilyn Monroe, and may I tender my gratuitous felicitations upon the advent of your nuptials?
Well, I don't think it... what does that mean?
I wish I were in your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, boy, you must have some British blood in you.
What makes you say that? Eh?
Well, you certainly did Piccadilly. Excuse me, old chap, I just got carried away. You know?
Yeah, keep it up and you will be.
Yeah. You know, Ray, this is quite a step that Charlie is taking.
Oh, yes, rather.
And I would like to ask you, Ray, what do you think of marriage?
Well, Edgar, you know, I think it's one thing that every husband and wife should have in common. Oh. Of course, Charles, I still can't understand why Marilyn Monroe picked you.
I don't know what she sees in me either. Besides, good looks, charm, talent, and personality. That's about all I got.
Well, what do you two have in common? I mean, when you're together, what do you talk about? Who talks?
But I tell you one thing, she's not only beautiful, but she's intelligent, too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you like her IQ.
I like her whole alphabet. You like her. From A to wow.
Yeah, all right. I know, Charlie. Well, you know, it won't be the same around the house without you.
No. Well, don't you worry, Bergen. With me gone, you won't be able to keep the house long enough to notice the difference.
Now, tell me something, Charlie. Will you miss me?
Miss you?
Yes.
Well, on days when I haven't anything else to do, I'll try, yes.
At least you will write to me
Every week, Bergie. Promise? Bergen, would I lie to you?
Well, you usually do.
Well, there's your answer.
Yeah.
But don't feel so bad, Bergen. You can be best man at the wedding.
Oh, by the way, Charles, will your marriage be an afternoon or an evening affair?
Oh, we expect it to last longer than that. So long, everyone. See you at the wedding. Oh, do not forsake me, oh, my darling. On this I wait.
Oh, dear. Well, Mortimer. Yeah. Have you heard the big news? Yeah. My cat just had kittens. Poor thing, she's awful disappointed, too. Oh? She wanted pups. Oh, she wanted pups. Well, that wasn't the news I was talking about. Oh, there's more? Oh, yes. You know, Marilyn Monroe and Charlie are getting married. Oh? Yes. Well, why? Why? Yeah, well, you know, when people get married, they get married because they're in love. Oh, yeah. Seems like there ought to be an easier way out of that. Yeah. Well, you know what marriage is. You know, it's, seems to me it's a friendship that gets all messed up, ain't it? No. I hate to say it, but Charlie and I are saying goodbye. Saying what? Goodbye. Oh, yeah, goodbye. Yeah. I'll see you later. No, not you. No. You see, I want you, Mortimer. I want you to fill Charlie's shoes. Yeah? Yes. What do you want me to fill them with? No. It's a wedding joke? No. I want you to take Charlie's place. Oh, I see. Oh. You want me to marry Marilyn Monroe? No. No, on the show. Oh, yes. Just think, then you'll be known as the partner of Edgar Bergen. Does the name Edgar Bergen mean something to you? Oh, yeah. Whatever became of him? No. What did I say, Ron? Right now, we have to get ready for Charlie's wedding. Now, Mortimer, you're invited. Oh, thank you. I want you to watch your manners. I want you to put your best foot forward. You mean the one with the 6 toes on it? Yeah. When people speak to you, you should say, yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Now, is that clear? Yep. Yeah. You mean yes, sir, don't you? Yeah. Can't you say anything but yep? Oh, yes, sir. Now, isn't that better? Yep. Want to go around again? No, I don't. Now, another thing, Mortimer. You know, clothes are very important at a wedding. I'll wear some. Yeah, I know you will, yeah. How do you think you'll feel in a top hat and white tie? Kind of chilly. Yeah. To rent a dress suit for you. Now, let me see. I'll need some measurements. Yeah. Yes. What are you around the waist? Oh, ticklish. And how about your sleeves? Do you want 34 sleeves? No, I think 2 ought to be plenty. What I'm thinking of is the measurements. Where do you want your sleeves to come to? Well, to me, to you. Would you describe yourself, Mortimer, as tall or short? Well, I'd say I'm tall on one end and short on the other. Now, about the trouser length. Yeah, what about that? Yeah. How long are your legs? Well, starting from which end? Well, I don't know. What I want to know is, how long will you want your trousers? Well, just till the wedding's over. Yeah, I know. You don't seem to understand, Mortimer. Don't you see, if I have your exact measurements now, you'll get a better fit in the end. Well, I was hoping it'd fit good all over. Now, Mortimer, we'd better hurry, because I'm sure you'll want some of that wedding cake. Well, what? Well, you know, they say if a girl sleeps with a wedding cake under her pillow, yeah, that she'll get a husband. Well, that ain't what you get. Oh, it ain't no, sir. You don't get that at all. I tried it. Oh, you did, yeah? What did you get? Ants. Well, Charlie, in a little while you will be married to Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
You know, Charlie, there comes a time in everyone's life when he must learn about certain things.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to know, Bergen?
No, I mean, what I'm trying to tell you, Charlie, is that you must understand that single life is not like married life.
Well, I should hope not.
You've heard, of course, about the birds and the bees.
Yeah, I never could figure out what they had in common. It's like a clumsy sort of a match to me.
Well, you've seen the bee go from flower to flower collecting pollen.
Yeah.
Do you know the result?
Hay fever?
No. Now, Charlie, you're not making this easy for me.
Sweat it out, Bergen, sweat it out.
Well, let's forget about the birds and the bees. Let's take people. Now you're talking. Yeah. What I'm trying to say, Charlie, is that girls...
Yes, Bergen?
Girls aren't boys.
No. Bergen, you've ruined everything.
What do you mean?
Now, Marilyn and I will have to go on separate honeymoons.
Oh. Charlie, all I'm trying to tell you is what I'm trying to explain to you. I don't know what you're trying to...
Charlie.
Oh, Marilyn Monroe.
I'm here.
Oh, and you look beautiful.
I'm wearing my wedding dress.
Yeah.
Something borrowed.
Yeah, you didn't borrow enough.
We'll be so happy. I can see it now.
Yeah.
You and I by the fireplace, and the kettle whistling.
Oh, who can blame it?
Charlie,
would you mind if I kept on working?
Well, now, Marilyn, let's get this straight. I wear the pants in this family.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's a shame because I make around $50,000 a year.
Oh, you do? Well, now, you might look good in slacks.
Then that's better.
Where's Marilyn Monroe? I'm from Look.
Look magazine?
No, I just want to look.
I'm worried, Charlie. That crowd outside. My fans seem to object to this marriage. I don't know why. I'm just a woman.
I know, but you're so good at it. Marilyn, my dear, we were made for each other.
Kiss me, Charlie, just to make sure.
Yes, gladly, all right. They're still playing our song. I think they've enlarged the orchestra.
This is it, Charlie.
Roger. Synchronized wedding rings.
All right, Charlie. We go first. Stop the wedding! Stop the wedding! Charlie, old boy. Charlie, you can't go through with this marriage. Look at that mob outside. They'll tear you limb from limb.
Let me see. Good heavens, they're carrying signs.
Yes, look at that one. It says, take the Washington Monument, but leave us Monroe.
There's another one. Things were looking better and better, but you took our girl and left just a sweater. Oh.
Yes, and Charlie, it's not only here. The whole country's in revolt, old boy.
Yes.
Here, look, I brought my portable radio so you could hear what's happening.
And now, here's Gabriel Heater.
There's bad news tonight. Marilyn Monroe is marrying Charlie McCarthy. Somewhere in an army camp, a soldier is tearing up his calendar. Somewhere in New York, a man is crying. That's me. And now for a brief message from our sponsor. Don't do it, Marilyn.
Heaven's sake, turn on another station.
I'll try this one.
Hello. This is Arthur Godfrey, sponsored by practically everyone. Marilyn Monroe is marrying Charlie McCarthy. By golly, there'll be no commercials today. Only last night I was looking at a picture of Marilyn Monroe and smoking, and I didn't even have a cigarette. And now she's getting married, oh dear. Well, this is for you, Marilyn. I went to your wedding, although I was dreading the thought of losing you. Your mother was crying, your father was crying, and I was crying.
His strings are getting soggy. Turn him off.
I'll try this station,
Yeah,
Charlie.
try to.
Good evening, Mr. North America and all you broken-hearted sailors at sea. Flash! The Russians are trying to steal the blueprints for Marilyn Monroe. And here's a personal message to Charlie McCarthy. Why, you little pipsqueak, you. I happen to know that your family tree has a knothole in it. And furthermore, Congress is passing a law to prevent Marilyn from marrying anyone until she's 50. This will be known as the new Monroe Doctrine.
Turn him off. It can't be true, can it, Marilyn?
I'll try one more station,
Yeah,
Charlie.
try one.
Stand by now for the shortwave broadcast. Direct from England, we bring you the Honorable Winston Churchill.
This is America's darkest hour. The entire British Empire extends its sympathy. If Charles McCarthy insists upon going through with his marriage to Marilyn Monroe, I have only one thing to say. Never has anyone so little taken so much from so many.
Shut shut that thing off.
Charlie, there's only one thing to do. Let's elope.
Elope. Okay, Marilyn. Las Vegas, here we come.
Well, this is the only place open in Vegas now. I guess it'll have to do.
Yeah, look at that sign. All-night weddings, $5. Reduced rates if you play our slot machines.
Come on, let's go in.
That must be the justice of the peace. Hello, I want to get married.
Fine. Have you got a girl?
I'm going to marry him.
Him? That's the silliest thing I ever heard of.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of getting hitched to a hitching post?
Look here, loose and quivery.
Well, we'll start the ceremony. Now, you take her hand.
There.
Okay, you two know the rules.
Rules?
Oh, I'm sorry. I also referee prize fights. Now, do you, Miss...
Monroe. Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe? Miss Monroe, I happen to be a bachelor of very steady habits. And if you could
Wait a minute. Do you think you can take this woman to be your wife?
I do.
And do you, Marilyn Monroe, take... Holy smokes, I'm getting married here.
Get on with it, boy. We'll be late for our honeymoon.
Oh, no.
I came here to marry Charlie.
Well, why take him when you can have this great big bundle of joy all for your own? I may not be young, but I'm still cooking with gas.
Certainly got the pot for it.
Got the pot for it.
Mister, nothing
I
can
got... Oh, I wish I was dead.
Mister, nothing can make me change my mind. So will you please go on with the ceremony?
All right. Young man, let me see your license, birth certificate, physical test.
Yeah, here they are. All the stuff is right there. That's the nastiest I ever heard.
Young man, I can't marry you. In fact, no one can marry you. Look at the result of your physical test.
What does it say?
No blood.
No blood?
No, just sap.
Oh, Charlie!
Here he is, the one, the only.
Each week, that introduction served notice to listeners that Coming Up was not just another game show, but one of radio's great wits and ad-libbers, Groucho Marx. The long-running hit You Bet Your Life was Groucho at his best, throwing out puns left and right, ad-libbing, and good-naturedly kidding the show's contestants.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you'll always have with you. Nancy Oots, eh? Where did you get a name like Oots?
Well, we traced it back, and it's a German name. We traced it back 6, 7 generations.
Was your father a Quaker? Perhaps it was Quaker Roots. Well, I certainly can't continue to call you Miss Oots. Shall I just call you Nancy?
Now, why don't you call me by my nickname, Tootsie?
Oh. How would it be if I call you in the morning? Tootsie Ootsy, is that it?
Yeah, Tootsie Oots, yeah.
Oh, well, that's a most unusual name, even for this show. Let's see, you're Frank Oots, is that your name?
No, I'm Frank Sampson.
Frank Sampson?
Yes.
Well, that name fits you. You look strong and hale and hearty. Are you an ex-football player?
No, I'm a tree surgeon, Groucho.
Oh.
The Sampson Tree Service in Beverly Hills.
What kind of service do you give the trees? Do you check the tires on the rubber tree, for instance?
Well, no, ours is kind of a shady business, and I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. And we do everything from trimming trunks to pruning limbs on nice saplings.
Oh. Now, how did I get into this? I suppose you live out of a trunk and you have little branches all over Southern California.
Well, no, we have a sprouting business, but my bill collectors seem to have me out on a limb, and there's a lot of fallout in this organization.
You know, you keep this up and somebody's going to hang you from one of your patients. thought we'd never get out of the woods. Do you have a job, Tootsie?
Yeah, I'm a stewardess for United Airlines.
You're stewed with United Airlines, huh? I thought they only allowed 2 drinks to a passenger.
That's right. Well, I'm a stewardess.
Oh, you're a
Yeah.
steward. I don't hear very
You
well.
don't.
See, my collar is too tight. You know, if you were actually a stewardess in an airline, as soon as you walked out here, you'd have put a pillow under my head, shoved a plate of baked chicken on my lap, and said, sorry, we'd be 3 hours late getting into Salt Lake City.
No, I wouldn't have done that.
You wouldn't?
Because I don't fly to Salt Lake City.
Tootsie, are you for Hirat?
Sir?
Well, let me rephrase that. Huh?
Yeah, you do that.
Are you hooked?
No, sir.
You're not married?
No,
You
sir.
ought to be ashamed of yourself, an attractive girl like you. Are you engaged?
No, sir.
Well, how is it you haven't snagged one of your handsome, wealthy passengers?
Well, United doesn't employ married girls.
They don't employ married
No.
girls? Well, how come?
Well, a lot of...
And
Most
why do
of-
they call it United? That's not the American way. Why don't they employ married girls?
Well, most of the airlines have this rule.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous. If all employees adopted that attitude, the human race would disappear in 50 years. Which at present it's going to do in 25.
You Bet Your Life was a hit for some 12 years. In 1951, it moved to television and continued for another decade. In this case, Groucho's Secret Void was success. The most sensational hit of all radio quiz and game programs was Truth or Consequences. It combined slapstick and lunacy with all the elements of a more traditional quiz show. The program, hosted by Ralph Edwards, was the big hit of 1940 and continued to ride the crest of game show popularity for many years.
Now let's have a housey housewife at the microphone. How do you do? What is your name, please?
Mrs. Fristrom.
I didn't quite get it. Will you come a little closer to the Fristrom, Mrs. Microphone? Right into here. Mrs. Fristrom, what is your occupation?
Housewife and mother.
Good. From where?
Greeley, Colorado.
Greeley, Colorado. I have relatives there. And, all right. Now, here's a question. Why is life insurance like car polish? Truth or consequences, Mrs. Fristrom? Mrs. Fristrom. Mrs. or Miss? Mrs. No, certainly Mrs. Fristrom. Something wrong. I'm going to have these fixed. Sincerely. Why is life insurance like car polish?
I don't know.
It protects your finish.
Really?
Yeah. You blew beautifully there, Mr. Pascal. Really, I'm going to get you in the union. Yes, it protects your finish. You haven't told the truth, Mrs. Fristrom, so you must pay the consequences. Now, you listen to the radio quite a bit, don't you, Miss?
Oh, yes.
You hear those comedians, Jack Benny and the group?
Man.
The Walking Man,
Yes.
indeed, and a wonderful fellow. Well, you hear those comedians, Jack Benny, Bob Hope, and Fred Allen, Edgar Bergen, the whole bunch. Do you think it is, and Red Skelton, do you think it's the comedian, or do you think it's the material given the comedian that's responsible for the laughs?
The comedian.
You mean you think he could take a Greeley, Colorado telephone book, say, Jack Benny, and read it and get as many laughs?
Oh, sure.
You do? Well, that might be true. However, I think that the script has a lot to do with it. As a matter of fact, I'm so sure that I'm going to experiment with you this evening. I'm going to have you read a professional copy here of gags written by a professional gag man. We want you to go off and study this script real hard. There are 3 jokes in there. Then you come on back and we'll find out if you, an amateur in the ways of comedy, can't get as many laughs as, say, Jack Benny or Bob Hope. Just go right off and study real well. There's Phil Davis, a professional gag writer himself. He'll take you off there and rehearse real well. And is she gone? She can't hear. Ooh, what's going to happen to Mr. Fristrom? Where are you? You had your hand up first of all to play tonight. Come on running, Mr. Fristrom. Johnny Pollock, turn on this microphone while I go to meet Mr. Fristrom. How are you, Mr. Fristrom?
Fine.
Good. You don't want to see your wife let down in front of these people, do you? Huh?
Not too hard.
You want to see her get some laughs, don't you?
A few.
Yes, what do you think is one of the surest ways to get a laugh, Mr. Fristrom?
Tickle her.
Well, you know her better than I do, but may we suggest a way? We have found in our travelings around that one of the surest ways to get a laugh, now it seems so simple when you know about it, but one of the surest ways is to take just a common old ordinary lemon meringue pie and push it in somebody's face. Now, we don't know if this will work or not, you see. However, just take off your glasses and get in that pie screen there, will you please? Stick your head out. We're going to bring Mrs. Fristrom back. We're going to have her read these jokes. Now, if you folks think they're funny, go ahead and laugh loud and long. If you don't think they're funny, we shall proceed to help things out by pushing into Mr. Fristrom's kisser one of these nice, juicy lemon meringue pies. Bring out the pies, please, Mr. Carney. There they are. Do you like lemon meringue, Mr. Fristrom? I hope so.
This may kill your taste for tonight. You can't tell. All right, bring Mrs. Tristram back. Now we're all set to go. Don't anyone give the gag away. Aren't we devils? All right, now, here we go. Now we're all set to go. Buddy Cole, get a fanfare ready. Right over here in our broadcasting studio, if you please, right in here. We have a soundboard all fixed just as if you were on the air, and you're going to have every chance that any of these comedians would have. Buddy Cole here, who is a big coast-to-coast organist, will give us a fanfare. We're all set. Ladies and gentlemen, are we on the air? Yes. We're just going on. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting that star of stage, screen, and radio, the one and only Mrs. What's your first name?
Mona Tristram.
What's your first name?
Mona.
Mona?
Mona.
Mona. Mona Tristram. Throw him a kiss. Now you start the first line.
Hello, Ralphie boy.
Hello, Mona girl. I understand you got married.
Yes, I married an X-ray specialist.
An X-ray specialist? How come?
He was the only one that could see anything in me.
The only... I mean, she's just socking him in there, isn't she? That's terrific. You see, it's the delivery that counts all the time. All right, shall we go again? You want to stop or go on?
Oh, let's go on.
Let's go on. Where did you meet your husband?
I met him in a revolving door, and we've been going around ever since.
You met him in... Isn't she swell? All right, to what do you attribute your success as a comedian, anyhow?
Oh.
Look, I'm telling you, isn't she sensational? Do you think a man could get as many laughs as you could?
Oh, I think so.
Do you think this man out here could get as many laughs as you could?
I think so.
No, I mean the one over to your right more. No, a little further.
This one?
Yeah, where? What? Who? Yes, your husband!
A master of ceremonies of a different type was Alan Funt, who earned a national reputation as America's #1 eavesdropper. He was to go on to wide popularity with his TV show, Candid Camera. But first, he brought to radio Candid Microphone.
The American Broadcasting Company presents the Candid Microphone, the program that brings you the honest reactions of ordinary people, secretly recorded. No one ever knows when he's talking into the Candid Microphone.
A meal in a good restaurant can be a wonderful experience. You sit down comfortably and put your elbows on a snowy tablecloth. You order and the waiter serves you courteously. And as you devour the steaming dishes, you reflect that some things in life really make it worth living. And you stay in this comfortable sort of coma until the check arrives. Have you ever been jarred from such a reverie by realizing that you didn't have the money to pay? Well, the Candid Microphone decided to learn what would happen in just such a case. So, emptying our pockets of money, we visited a few restaurants. On the first, the proprietor said, "If you can't pay the check, that's my tough luck." The 3 other restaurants were equally lenient. We were beginning to believe we had discovered a swell meal ticket. But then we tried a neighborhood bistro. That brought a different story. With the engineer and his wire recorder in one booth and our man with the Candid Microphone in an adjoining one, we had our usual fine meal. Then we switched on the recorder and called over the manager to give him the sad news. This is a record of what happened.
Are you the proprietor here, sir?
Yes, I am, sir.
I want to tell you that you serve a delicious meal. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
But I have a very difficult problem to discuss with you.
Can I help you?
I haven't got a red cent in my pocket.
Did you just find this out, buddy?
Well, I thought I had some money, but when I looked in my pocket, they were absolutely empty.
Well, when did you just look at your pocket?
Right after, well, as soon as I got the check, I looked to see if I had any money, and I find I don't have any money at all.
Well, look now, buddy. I have enough trouble in my own business without having you bust in here, having a meal, and telling me you haven't any money.
Well, I didn't mean any offense. It just happened that way.
Well, you didn't mean any offense, but you're offending. You
Well-
just had a meal. You were supposed to pay for it. You haven't got the money? You can't raise the money
It's
for it?
only $1.75.
It doesn't matter. This is a business, just like any other business.
I know, but it could happen to anybody that they'd sit in a restaurant and find out they had no money.
Well, then, can you call someone who would give you reference?
I don't live in New York City.
Do you have any friends in
No,
the
I
city?
just came here for a visit for the day.
And you have no money on you? Well, how do you expect to get back home?
I just don't even know what I'm going to do.
Well, you had no right coming in here and having a meal and not know how you were going to pay for it.
Well, it's true. I didn't have a right to do it, but I...
Well, look here, fella. It's one of two things. Either you get the money up or you work for it.
Well, what could I do?
I have a little cleaning that might...
I don't like that kind of work.
I don't...
Is there anything else you have that you might be able to let me do?
Well, that's what I have in mind right now, and
How about washing dishes? I'm awful good at that.
Well, you're pretty good at eating and not paying, too, fella.
Well, that's true, but ruin my suit and everything else.
Well, I have something you can change into. We'll see that you don't ruin your suit.
For $1.75.
That's right.
How long will I have to work?
About 2-3 hours, that's all.
2-3 hours? How much do you pay most of the people around here an hour?
About 75 cents an hour.
Well, then I should work 2.5 hours. Is that it?
Approximately.
Well, that's really a tough bargain. You can't let me wash the dishes. I could do that really good. I mean, I'd really earn it
Look,
quickly.
fella, I don't want any more talk from you. You go to work or I get a policeman. I want to see this thing through. I have no time for you.
Okay. Where do we go?
You come along with me. I'll show you.
Well, that's the arithmetic of life. One good meal equals $1.75 or 2.5 hours of work in the kitchen. So if you should ever find yourself with a full stomach and an empty pocket, it's quite possible you've eaten yourself into a date with a mop.
With a laugh meter on stage shaped like a smiling face, Can You Top This was a panel show of jokes sent in by listeners and panel members whose task it was to top the submitted funny.
Can You Top This? Starring Senator Ford.
Good evening.
Harry Hirschfield.
Howdy.
And Joe Laurie Jr.
Hello.
And now here's Colgate-Palmolive Feet Company's Master of Ceremonies, Ward Wilson.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to Can You Top This, our unrehearsed carousel of jokes. Our three wits do not know what jokes have been chosen until the people's representative, Peter Donald, tells them on the air. Our three gagsters have no scripts. They rely on memory and ability to switch jokes and make them fit the subject. If Peter Donald tells your submitted story, you get $10 plus a phonograph record, personally autographed by our wits, of Peter Donald telling your story on the air. Laughs are registered on the big Colgate-Palmolive laugh meter in full view of the studio audience. Each time the wits fail to top your score, you win an additional $5, which means you may win $25. So, yes, get on with the laughs. Are you ready over there, fellas?
Ready.
I guess so.
And here's a joke which was sent in by Mrs. P.D. Ledger of Berea, Ohio. I hope those pronunciations are correct. And the subject of the joke is penuriousness. Penuriousness.
I know. Don't tell me. Stingy.
Oh, Joe goes to the head of the class for the first time in months. Well, as long as it is stinginess, don't be too stingy about the laughs, Pete.
Well, this happened in the box office of a Broadway hit show, and the two ticket sellers in there, and there's a line outside, and they're doing quite a bit of business, but one ticket seller turns to the other. He says, gee, what's wrong with people these days? He says, I don't understand it. He says, they're hanging on to their cash. He says, every time I tell anybody how much a ticket is, they say, oh, is it that much? And they want to get a cheaper one. And he says, finally, you try and sell them the ticket, and they dig down in their pockets. They get out the money like it was radium or something. I don't understand what's happening to the country. Everybody seems to be hanging on to the cash. He says, these people here, he says, I don't think they'd spend a nickel to see the Statue of Liberty walking up Broadway in their BVDs or something. He said, I never saw this before. The other guy says, you want to see somebody stingy? He says, watch this guy third in line. I've seen him before. Watch this guy. So the man gets up there. He's third in line. He gets second. He gets up to the window. Instead of buying a ticket, he turns around and he runs back to the end of the line again. He does this 6 times. Every time he gets up the window, he turns around and he runs back to the end of the line. I says, well, what's that got to do with stinginess? He says, that guy is wacky. He says, no. He says, he's not nuts at all. He says, but he's so stingy that he keeps going back to the end of the line, so he'll be the last one to part with his money.
Well, Mrs. Ledger will be happy to know you got 1,000 on the Colgate-Palmolive laugh meter that time with that one, Peter. And for the first time tonight, our three wits have no place to go except to the top of the meter, and then we defy them. 2 hands are upraised out of a possible 3, so we'll take the one in the middle. That belongs to Joe Laurie Jr.
Well, Montgomery's walking along with his wife and 10 kids. All sizes, all 10 little kids, see? So they're walking, the kids are tired, and he's tired, and his wife is tired. And finally, he gets up to the curb and says, taxi! Taxi stops. Yes, sir. He says, pardon me. He says, you charge for the kiddies? So the guy looks at all the kids. He says, no, they ride free. He says, thank you. Go in, kiddies. Mama and Papa will walk.
Well, you rode just as far as you could go, Joe, right up the top of the Colgate-Palmolive laugh meter, but it was a very ineffectual move because it only ties Mrs. Ledger's 1,000. However, it's a splendid effort, old boy. Senator, are you adjusting your glasses, or do you have your hand up?
Well, I'm doing a little of both. I don't waste any energy at all, I put my hand up fix my glasses. Well, a fellow by the name of Homer Fiemsby, when he first was married, he was getting $15 a week. So the first week, he gave his wife $14 and he kept $1. Then the next week, he kept $14 and gave his wife $1. And she said, just a minute, how do you expect me to manage on $1? He said, I don't know, I had a rotten time last week, now it's your turn.
Matter of fact, you had a very good time, Senator. Another 1,000 on the Colgate-Palmolive laugh meter. A perfect round is in the possible making, dependent largely upon the efforts of Harry Hirschfield.
Last night, a fellow named Dr. DeSola, this is on the level, told me this story about a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist in his office, and in walks his aide, and he says, there's a Professor Schulzenheimer outside, wants to see you at once. He said, could it be Professor Schulzenheimer, the great psychiatrist? What did he want to see me about? Bring him right in. So in comes Professor Schulzenheimer. He says, Professor Schulzenheimer, I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you. What is the reason for this great honor, this visit? He says, I don't know. I feel puzzled and upset. Something bothers me. And I want you to examine me. He said, examine you? Examine you? When you're a psychiatrist yourself? He says, I know it, but I'm too expensive.
Well, that did it, Harry. That completed the perfect round. Another 1,000.
I know a quickie that could go in there.
All right, go ahead, Senator.
I know a fellow whose little boy got whooping cough, and he got him a job as a glass blower.
By 1938, the radio airwaves were populated with game shows and quiz programs of every possible kind. There were news quizzes, sports quizzes, courtroom quizzes, quizzes for children, and for children against adults. Spin the dial and there was Information Please, and 20 questions, the Quiz Kids, and Kay Kaiser's College of Musical Knowledge. It was simply a matter of time before radio would offer the anti-quiz show, parodies such as Fred Allen's Break the Contestant and the outrageous It Pays to Be Ignorant.
Who is our next contestant, Mr. Roberts?
Well, our next contestant, Mr. Howard, is a very lovely and charming young girl. She is Petty Officer First Class Margaret Cherry of The Wave.
Good evening. All right, you wolves. Good evening, Miss Cherry, and welcome to A Pace Bigger. How are you this evening?
Fine, thank you, Mr. Howard.
Well, that's great. Where's your hometown? Would you care to tell us?
Beechhurst, Long Island.
Beechhurst, Long Island. Well, that's fine.
Lovely girl, isn't she, Mr. Howard?
Yes, she is charming, Mr. McNaughton.
You know, her lips remind me of a fire hydrant.
Yeah, what do you mean?
No parking.
No. Very cute, Mr. McNaughton.
I thought so, yes.
Pardon the interruption, Miss Cherry. I'm sorry it happened. What are you doing in New York, rather?
Well, I'm on leave from Florida.
Oh, you're up from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't that fine? You've been stationed down there, I presume?
That's right.
What did you do before you entered the service?
I was on the stage.
Oh, no. Yeah. Actress-like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Stay after the program and give me your autograph. I'd like that. Well, that's fine. Are you from a theatrical family?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
The name is Cherry, is that right?
That's right.
Cherry. Is your father by any chance John Cherry?
That's right.
John Cherry. He was with a lot of Gilbert and Sullivan. Am I right?
That's right.
Gilbert. What is he doing now?
Oh, he's on the radio mostly now.
Oh, fine. I haven't seen him lately. Don't forget, will you, and give him my regards.
I won't.
Yeah, John Cherry.
You know, Mr. Howard, very common name, John, you know.
Well, John is a common name.
Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is named John.
You know, honey, I just love your uniform. You look so nice in it.
Thank you.
How do you like my dress? I wear this dress at afternoons to tea. To tease. At your age, who are you going to tease? Miss Jerry, while you're here, would you reach into the dunce cap there and pick out a question for us, if you will? And would you be kind enough to read the question?
What kind of fruit is used in making orange juice?
Very good. What kind of fruit is used in making orange juice? Would you know, Mr. Sheldon?
No, I drink prune juice.
I see. All right, then, what kind of fruit is used in making prune juice?
Well, ladies, I used to drink prune juice. Now I'm drinking grapefruit juice.
All right, let us take it this way, then. What kind of fruit is used in making grapefruit?
Look, am I the only one on this board? Am I supposed to answer all the questions? What's the matter with Miss McConnell and Mr. McNaughton? Why pick on me all the time? It's an outrage, that's what it is. Gee whiz, I wish I was dead.
Yeah. I wish you were alive, Mr. Sheldon.
I wasn't so ignorant and knew what you meant by that.
Let's start here.
You know, Mr. Howard, I have grapefruit for breakfast every morning with boric acid.
You have grapefruit with boric acid?
I eat the grapefruit and get my eyes washed at the same time.
That's a very good idea. Can we please get back to the question, you squirts? Look, it's about a certain drink.
Did somebody say drink? Take mine the same.
Wait a minute. I don't mean the drink you mean.
I'm thirsty. You know, if I wanted to stick a stamp on a letter, I'd have to pin it on.
I say, remember the good old days when people would drop in for a call? Now they call in for a drop.
Now, how did we get into this? Look, the subject is about orange juice.
I like lemonade.
Yeah.
I like orangeade.
Yeah. But you know, there's a new drink out. I saw the sign down at Penn Station.
Yeah? What's the name of it?
Traveler's Aid.
Listen, you three overripe bananas. Are you going to answer the question?
No, Mr. Howard, I'm beginning to think my old man drinks.
You know, what makes you think so?
Well, he came home the other night and wanted me to help him chase a kangaroo.
Oh, fancy that.
Yeah, and the night before that, he thought he saw 3 pink elephants.
And did he?
No, there was only 2.
We hope you enjoyed reliving some of the greatest moments from radio's golden age of comedy. These programs remain an important part of our heritage, a link to a very special time in our lives when the world seemed just a bit less complex. When we first developed a love affair with the radio, a love affair which will never die. And so, in the spirit of radio's greatest moments, here now are some of radio's most memorable sign-offs and closings. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening. And good night.
Don't you get it, Molly?
Ain't funny, McGee.
It ain't? Well, it's hard to hold that terrific pace right up to the end.
Good night, all.
And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Hey, to be ignorant, to be dumb, to be dense, to be ignorant. It pays to be ignorant just like me.
Well, folks, according to our friend Mr. Palazzi, our time is given out. So we'll have to be moseying along, but we'll be back with you again next week. Same time, same place on your dial. We'd love to have you listen. So this is Tom Howard saying good night and good nonsense.
And now, if you'll excuse me, folks, my feet are killing me. Good night.
This has been a Great American Audio presentation.